Hello everybody. Today is an interesting video because I'm going to be going through all of my packed books and unhauling. Now there are a couple of reasons that I want to do this. One, I miss seeing my books, so this is an excuse to see them. Two, if we do end up staying in this house permanently, I will only have books I really love to put on my shelves. And three, if we don't end up permanently staying here, I won't be taking less books with me to wherever we move to, which is a good thing because this tote, slightly off camera, is so heavy. It's full of books and it's incredibly heavy. So I think less books, if we would to move again, would be a good thing. Also, this is my other coffee cup. It's got little apples. This wasn't my first pick. There was one with mushrooms on it, but they accidentally oversold it. So this was the other option and it's still really cute. But I'm going to try to be ruthless because ruthlessness is in fact mercy upon myself because yeah, this is way too heavy. So we need to get some books gone. Here's the tote, the big boy. We'll start with this one. I have some series in mind that I know that I'm going to be getting rid of, but we'll work our way down. So for these lamplighters, I really love lamplighters, but these are all in paperback, and I honestly don't want them on the lamplighter shelf because they're not the beautiful cloth bounds that lamplighters normally come in. So my mom might want these or my sister, but I don't think I want them on my shelves. The Basket of Flowers is an incredible book. I would get the special cloth bound one. And Teddy Button is also pretty good, but I don't think they're good enough to go on the shelf and ruin the vibe of all the beautiful cloth bounds. Then we have the Green Ember series by S.D. Smith. There's only 3 of them. There's another one. I will be keeping this one. Even though it's a middle grade series, it's really good. And I also think my sister might want to read it. Then we have The Cottingley Secret. I don't know if I'm going to ever read this. It was really fun. Okay, I'm trying to be ruthless here. I don't know, because I did quite like this though, and I do remember quite a lot of it, and I do look back on it fondly. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to try and be quick and not spend too long on each book. Set the Stars Alight is an incredible book. I will definitely be keeping it. Then this whole series, the Epic Order of the Seven series, it is a middle grade, but I have a great time every time with them. There's quite a lot in here. So I'm not going to be getting rid of any of them. I actually need to read the most recent release. There's so many of them. I think there's 9 at this point. I'm not sure how many, but there's quite a lot. Then we have my 2 Redwall books. I need to continue this series because I did really love the first 2. The Wooded Midwinter by Susanna Clarke, a definite keep. Mother Goose's Fairy Tales. Which ones are in here? Because this one is really pretty in its illustrations, but I think I honestly have enough fairy tale collections to go without this one because I do have other ones. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm being ruthless here. It's really hard, but I'm trying. Then we have the Tripod series by John Christopher. This is a really good sci-fi series. The last book had me on the edge of my seat, but will I ever reread? No, I don't see myself rereading, so they're gone. It's really hard. I'm having a hard time, but then we have my 2 Stormlight Archive novellas. Definitely keeping them because I'm not getting rid of any Brandon Sanderson. With all this packing paper, or this isn't packing paper. Then we have The Moth Keeper. I love this one. This author has such a beautiful art style. Definitely keeping that one. Here is the other Green Ember book. Then we have my 2 Keeper of Light books. And these are definite keeps. I can't wait to continue with that series. Okay, these are a set of the Victorian bookshelf, and there are 4 of them. I think I'm only going to keep, not that, this one was really good, A Time of Roses, but I think for Dear Theodora and Priscilla's Promise, I'm not going to keep them. Yeah, these 2 were not as good, so I think I'm going to get rid of Priscilla's Promise and Dear Theodora, but I really loved A Gift for Abigail, and A Time of Roses was really good as well, so I'm going to keep those, but get rid of those 2. Then we have the Bookmobile Cat Mystery series, and I'm going to get rid of the whole thing, because I don't ever see myself reading, and no offense to, like, the author or anything, but I feel like book series like this are kind of like a dime a dozen. They're really common. I could walk into the library and I will see like at least 4 different series, all in this shape, all having to do with murders, cats, and books. I mean, series like this are quite common. The covers are really cute though. I'm not going to keep because of the covers. I'm not going to do that. I do not need to keep these because even though I don't remember who did it and I could potentially reread them, I don't think I'm going to. So someone can get the nice series. I also think I bought them like the wrong ones, but this cover is really cute. But no, Ruthlessness. That is the name of the game here. Then we have another little cat murder mystery series. This one was quite fun because the bookshop itself is magical and there's a magical tree growing in the middle. But I'm never going to reread it, so Crime and Poetry is gone. Then we have my 2 mass market paperbacks of The Way of Kings and Words of Radiance. Definitely keeping these. They're so tiny. I really want to reread the Stormlight Archives. That's insane, but I do want to do it. Okay, next we have one I'm not getting rid of, and that's this collection of children's classics. This is such a beautifully illustrated one. It's got beautiful illustrations. It's really well put together. Oh, let me find, I don't know where my favorite one is. It also has poetry in the back. The illustrations are just so pretty. But I really love this one. Then we have, the Brambley Hedge. I love it so much. Definitely not getting rid of that one. Then we have The Secret Garden. So I actually have 2 copies of this. And I'm going to get rid of the second one and keep this one because this one is illustrated. And I just prefer it over the other copy. Then we have A Fairy Friend. It's this really cute little children's book with really pretty art that I always display on my bookshelf. So that's definitely being kept. This one, A Treasury of Stories for Children. There was one story in here I really loved. However, I don't think it's worth keeping the whole thing over because, like I said, I do have lots of fairy tale collections at this point. This one is quite pretty. Okay, it's kind of hard to get rid of this one. But someone else will like it a lot more and like all of them in here. Because I'm pretty sure I have other collections that have all of these stories in it. My favorite one is A House for Tandy. That was his name, right? And it has really cute illustrations, but that's not worth keeping the whole book over. Then we have the, what was this called? The series is called The Quilted Murder. I don't know what it was called, but this is by a lot of different authors, and there's 12 of them. But I actually, I normally don't reread murder mysteries because once you know who it is, it's like, what's the point? But this series is really well written and such a great time that I am going to keep it. Then at the very bottom, we have all of the giant hardcovers. First, we have Wistress by Nadine Brands, which is a definite keep because I really loved that one. Then we have Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I do really love this series, and I have all the other ones, so I'm not going to get rid of it. And then the last books in here are the Stormlight big boys, so definitely not getting rid of any of these. So I'm not even going to take like Oathbringer out because that would just be unnecessary. So that was the first tote. That was the biggest collection, and I'll go through the ones I'm getting rid of. So we have this collection of children's stories. The first book in one of the the Magical Bookshop Mystery Series. The first, how many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 7 in the Bookmobile Cat Mystery Series. 2 of the Victorian bookshelf books, Dear Theodora and Priscilla's Promise. The Tripod Trilogy by John Christopher. Mother Goose's Fairy Tales. And then I don't know if my mom probably will want these, so I'm not like getting rid of them really. They won't be on my shelves. So that's pretty good for one tote. That was quite hard. But it's easier giving them away because I know they're going to a great place that will really take care of them and value them. So that was the first tote. There are now books everywhere, and I just got a paper cut. But let's move on to these boxes. Okay. trying to make some room because there are stacks of books everywhere, and it's gonna kind of suck putting all these back in the boxes, but this is fun. I'm having a great time. Okay, so we'll just do this one. Oh, quite heavy. Okay, so, oh, Peter Rabbit, the little paperback. I love that. I found that at a thrift store and I was so excited when I found it because I was like, Peter Rabbit, oh my gosh. Okay, this looks like a lot of my Tolkien and Lamplighters, but there are some other books in here. So all of the Lamplighters, I'm not even gonna get rid of any of them. I love them all so much. They're just so stunning. Look at this one. Lady Jane Grey, the 9-Day Queen. Obviously this is a very sad story, but the size of it is really cute. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of any of these because I love them all. And I have quite the collection of Lamplighters at this point. Oh, the Secret Bridge, Dear Olive, the Chateau by the Lake. I love Amy Lefebvre so much. Chateau by the Lake is one of my favorite books of all time. So obviously not getting rid of that one. And then I have so many Lamplighters. I cannot wait to put them all on the shelf together because they're going to look so beautiful. The Wide Wide World by Susan Warner. I love that one too. And these two, okay. And then here we have my Narnia, my older Narnia collection, which I'm not getting rid of. My Emily Dickinson poetry, not getting rid of that. I am going to get rid of this copy of The Hobbit because I found a different one that I prefer more. The cover on this one is quite cute. I could cut the cover off and frame it. Would that be a crime against books? I'm not sure, but we are going to get rid of that one. Okay, then we have Charlotte's Web, and then my Pippi Longstocking books. I'm not getting rid of those. I might get rid of this copy of Winnie the Pooh because I have a collection of it now, and it has all the same stories, so I'm not going to keep this one. Oh, and then these are really fun too. These are what were they called? They're exploding everywhere. This is a bunch of like little different series, but they're little vintage children's books about forest animals, and they are quite adorable and fun. So I'm not gonna get rid of any of those either. Then we have a stack of my Tolkien, so like The Children of Hurin, The Fall of Gondolin, The Nature of Middle Earth, Beren and Luthien, Tales from the Perilous Realm, and then my paperback Lord of the Rings books. So I'm not getting rid of any of those. I'm not even going to pull them out. We also have the Aesop's Fables, which I do quite like, and this edition is really pretty. There are other pretty copies that I want, but I got this from Costco. I did not expect to find beautiful books at Costco, but I did. Okay, so this one, definitely not as many books from this box, but I feel like this has more of my favorites. But the two we got rid of out of this box was this Winnie the Pooh collection and this edition of The Hobbit. Both books I love, but I just have different editions now, so I don't need to keep those ones. Okay, it's getting quite crazy in here, but I feel like, I mean, you guys can't see super well. Oh, I'm dropping you, but this whole stack is unhaul so far. So that's really good. I'm doing better than I thought I would, so I also kind of lied. We're not going through all the books because I have boxes labeled warrior books. I'm not getting rid of any of those because they're just like my childhood, so I'm not getting rid of any of them. I've had to get up and get my sword. It's so pretty. It's got the phases of the moon on it to open some of these because they have tape on them. This sword honestly is not very sharp. I just try and use it as like an opener. Ugh. Okay, this is a really weird box. Like, the way it folds is really weird, but oh my gosh, my little kitty. I also have all of my warrior minifigures in here, but these look like a lot of older books. So this is a book of sheet music. It's really old. Here is the thing though, it's a really cool book. Am I ever gonna play the music in here? Potentially, but honestly, should I keep it just because of that? I mean, it's really cool. It'd be like cool for display. I feel like someone else would get more out of it. I don't think I'm gonna keep that. Okay, so the Warrior minifigures are quite taking over this box, but we have 8 Cousins by Ruthlessly, as well as Little Men, which are both definite keeps. I'm kind of wavering on this one because it's a 1965 edition, but I have a treasury of Louis May Alcott books, and honestly this one, like, this binding is falling apart a little. It does have illustrations, which are quite cool. I did read this copy of it, and I think it's really pretty, and I do quite like this book, and yeah, I might keep it just because I like it. Not very ruthless of me, I'm aware, but I'm trying. And we have my really old edition of Anne of Green Gables. It's falling apart, but I'm still gonna keep it because I think it's a beautiful piece of history. Then we have a copy of Joan of Arc, which is a definite keep for me. Okay, so we got rid of one thing out of this box, which was this old sheet music book, but that's okay because there's only there's hardly any books in here. There was 5, so we got rid of 1 out of 5, which is pretty good. But yeah, the Warrior minifigures are just taking over this whole box. Yeah, here it is right in front of me. I actually use this box as a footstool for my reading chair. So let's open her up. Okay, so we have The Wind in the Willows. This was a book. It wasn't my most disappointing reads of the year, but I wanted to give this one another try. Here's some books we can get rid of, and that is the Percy Jackson books. I have the first 5. They were given to me, and I honestly didn't love them. I think if I had read them when I was younger, I would have liked them a lot more, but this is such a well-loved series. It's gonna find a good home. I know it will. But I'm gonna unhaul all 5 of them. I only found the first 2, but the other ones should be close. Then we have 2 poetry collections, Emily Dickinson and William Blake. Minnie's going crazy. Emily Dickinson, I have a different collection, this one, and I don't know if all of the poems in here are in there. Let me look real quick. I feel like I only need to keep one of them, and I'm gonna keep this one, even though I do like the Dover thrift editions, but I don't need 2 collections of the same poet. Then we have William Blake's poetry, which I don't really want to unhaul poetry because I feel like it can affect you in different stages of life differently. Then we have my regular Narnia, which I am going to keep because I don't really want to read my old ones because they are falling apart a little bit, so this is a good copy to read, which I have had such a hard time finding a matching copy of The Silver Chair. I accidentally bought an illustrated edition of it because I thought it was the same one because it was the same height. So I've had such a hard time finding a matching copy of that book for some reason. Oh, this book got bent. Oh, I think it was already bent. But here's the rest of the Percy Jackson series, which we are unhauling. Then we have the picture of Dorian Gray. This book was very interesting to read, so I don't think I'm going to get rid of that one. Then we have the Kingdom series by Chuck Black. Definite keep. I love Chuck Black. Oh, I love all of his books, including, like, right here we have the War of the Realms series. Oh my gosh, everything is falling apart. But we have the War of the Realms series, all out of order. Oh, not out of order. Which I do really love by him. So that is staying here. Then we have my beautiful Watership Down copy, which Watership Down is one of my favorite books of all time, so it's staying. To refuel, this is hard work. Okay. We have some cloth-bound classics, Villette and the Tenant of Walthall Hall by the Bronte sisters. Love the Bronte sisters, not getting rid of any of their work. We have my first copy of Pride and Prejudice, which I think it's so cute. I know some people don't like the cloth-bound classics, but I really do love them. I also think they are a little hard to read, I will admit. Sometimes the spines can be quite unbending, but we have the 1001 Tales from the Arabian Nights, which is such a great collection of stories. We have this book, The Encyclopedia of Tolkien by David Day. Someone gave this to me for free, and it is honestly, It's so cool. It's so cool. It's just, you can look up anything in here. And there's illustrations on almost all the pages. Like, tell me this isn't amazing. Minnie is doing something. I can't even see her right now, but she is doing something mischievous. Then we have one of my prized possessions. Now, please believe me when I tell you that what you're about to see was a complete accident. And that is this. Let me check the. Oh my god. My 1966 first print collector's edition of The Hobbit, which I also got for free, and I do not read because I want this to remain in pristine condition. The spine is a little bent a little bit. It is an older book, but there's illustrations in here by Tolkien himself, like this one. And this is a prized possession, so it's not going anywhere for all time. If I ever have kids, I'm passing this down as an heirloom. I'll just pass it down to my cats more likely. But then we have another set of prized possessions, and that is the what is the Star-Lord Legacy books 1 through 6. And what's so cool and incredible about these is my amazing mother. Where is it? They are all signed by the author personally to me, because my mom is amazing like that and did that for me. And I love these books. I cannot wait for the next book to come out in audiobook. We always audiobook these series together as a family, and we're waiting for Creed to come out. But we also have this really pretty bookmark that I forgot was in here. I'm gonna have to pull this out and use it. But love Chuck Black. None of his books, like I said, are going anywhere. Cannot wait for book 7 to have that one. We are running out of room of where to put this stuff, because I don't want to damage any of my books. Ooh, we have Danielle Bullen. Oh, I guess we only have one, but we have Daughter of Light by Morgan Buss. Cannot wait for book 2. It's gonna be so good, and I love this book. So floppy. Then we have Sparrow in the Sun by Danielle Bullen. My other bookmark's in here, which I'll have to pull out. It's really pretty, but this book 2 is gonna be insanity. I cannot wait. I'm saving spots. Also, her books are just so pretty. Like, they are just so beautiful. Okay. The Anton Chekhov plays. This was my first time reading plays, and I'm pretty sure this is a Franklin Press edition. Yeah, the Franklin Library, which are really expensive, but I got this used at this little bookstore or thrift store. I think I might have to reread the plays to see what I still think about them. Then we have my Little Women collection, which is really beautiful. I got this at Barnes & Noble the very first time I ever went, so it's always a fond memory. Then we have my beautiful Hunger Games books, which I bought myself on my birthday. I am going to be so upset if Sunrise on the Reaping does not come out in these like beautiful bright floral editions that they did. I'm going to be extremely upset if they don't do Sunrise. Oh, Mockingjay down. If they don't do Sunrise and the Reaping in this edition, because that would be so sad to have an ugly, not matching copy of Sunrise on the Reaping, which is such a great book. Then we have another book I got for my birthday 2 years ago, and that's the Silmarillion, this really beautiful one. Minnie is loving the wrapping paper. She is just eating it like it's food. But this one also has maps and stuff, and I love the Silmarillion a lot. And it does come with maps that are wrapped up and I kept in here. I probably will frame and display them when I put my room together. Oh, I love this copy of Robin Hood. It's got a medieval style artwork in it, but this copy is really stunning. I love Robin Hood as a book. Then we have a really fun one, and that's this Treasury of Pippi Longstocking. I have this, so should I get rid of my regular schmegular paperbacks? Maybe? I don't know. Then we have an illustrated giant edition of The Wind in the Willows. It's such a cute book. It is huge. Like, this is one of the biggest books that I own. And the illustrations are super fun, So, I mean, look, it covers my whole face. Okay, that's book one, box number whatever. I don't remember. We got rid of, which ones did we get rid of from here? Were the Percy Jackson series, the 5 Percy Jackson books, as well as Emily Dickinson poetry, because I have a copy of it, so it's going pretty well. Okay, this is a really random box, but we have a lamplighter. This is the front of the magazine I cut off and put on my wall, and then this is like a plant chart for herbal medicine. But let me try and make this stay open. Peel of the Woods. This is a really cute graphic novel. I do love the art style. However, it is a children's book, and I don't think I would reread it. It is really cute, but I think I am going to get rid of that one. Mothlight's Vision, a warrior book. I don't even know why it's here, but it is, and we're not getting rid of it. Then we have my vintage 1849 Bible, which is a treasure to me, so it's not going anywhere either. This box is so falling apart. Then we have my little Tolkien treasury. It's so cute. I love all the stories in here, and I'm never getting rid of it. Then we have Dewey the Cat. I love this nonfiction so much. Go pick it up. It's so sweet. We have this copy of Robin Hood. I have 2 other copies. We don't need this one, even though it's vintage. We don't need it. I'm being ruthless. It's gone. One of my favorite devotionals ever, I've underlined and highlighted so much in here, and that's Seeing Beautiful Again by Lisa Turkhurst. So that one is a keep. We are so out of room. There are books everywhere. Then we have this beautiful mushroom botanical art that was a gift to me. It's so beautiful. The illustrations are so well done. We have Emerald Gold by Rachel Nielsen, a standalone fantasy that I really loved. Then we have Fairy Gardens, a guide to making them. I don't think I need this. I think I could maybe come up with it on my own, so. Then we have 2 foraging / herbal medicine books, which herbal medicine is a subject I'm quite interested in, so I'm gonna keep those. Then we have some more herbal medicine books. Illustrated Encyclopedia of Herbs and the New Age Herbologist. I just don't know which one is gonna be more helpful, so therefore I'm not gonna get rid of either. And 2 more herbal medicine books, actually 3 more, Growing and Using Herbs and the desk reference to Nature's Medicine. Like I said, I'm gonna have to read them and see which one works better for me before I get rid of them. We have this little Hobbit decoration that I got from Dollar Tree. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. It looks super cheap. It's cute, but I could make something like this. I could do that. Over here we have Jane of Lantern Hill by Ellen Montgomery, a definite keep. I got that for my birthday, and it was such a sweet gift, and it was such a good book. We have some more Chuck Black, the Knights of Eritrea series, which is also staying. Oh my gosh, the books are everywhere. I am probably going to get rid of this series. That is the Prince Warrior series by Priscilla Shirer. This is a YA Christian fantasy series. I really loved it when I read it. However, I don't know, I've never been motivated to read it again. I do remember quite a lot about this series, and I do remember really being into it. I think I'm going to keep this one for now, read them, and if I don't like them, then I'll donate. Then we have a box set of the Bronte sister novels came in with some stuff in it, as well as a set of Calico Critters that live there for now. Then we have my illustrated copy of Anne of Green Gables, a definite keep. Some warrior books. I don't know why warrior books are in here, but I guess they are. Then we have the French fairy tales. I love French fairy tales, so that's a definite keep. Stuart Little. Do I need Stuart Little? This is a really nice copy. That's really cute and illustrated. I really loved the story, but is it gonna be something that I'm like consistently loving and reaching for? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I'm not being ruthless anymore. I'm trying. Then we have some writing books, Guides to Writing Better and Principles of Good Writing, which are just nonfiction books that I reference every now and again. So those are staying. Then finally we have this book from my grandma, which is this giant nutritional healing book that she gave me for my birthday. That is like more the science behind herbal medicine, which I is quite interesting. Okay, we have one more box to go, and then I'm gonna have to repack all of this, which is gonna suck, but I think I can repack it a little better, and then maybe things will be as chaotic as they are. But we have one last box to go. Oh, I see favorites. I see favorites. We have my Tales from Beatrix Potter. Love it. We have, I think all my Alyssa J. Zavalianos are in here, but we have the From the Mountains to the Valley, which is the Earth Treader, which is right here, the epilogue to the Earth Treader. I need to reread this so badly. I have been craving rereading it. Then we have Oliferous by Alyssa J. Zavalianos, Unearth the Tides by Alyssa J. Zavalianos, and I think that's it by her. And then we also have Frostlight by Danielle Bolin, which is signed. I got it used, and I went back to the hotel, and I opened it, and it was signed, and I had a heart attack. Sparrow in the Sun is also signed. I didn't show you guys that, but I bought a signed copy because I love her books. We have all of my little green Beatrix Potter books here, which I have 2 more to add to my little collection of them. All of my little, those are definitely staying. We have Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, which is definitely staying. And then, the Gateway Trilogy. They're so beautiful. I miss them so much. These are 100% staying. And then the rest of the books in here are oh my gosh, what was this called? The Cottage Tales of Beatrix Potter series, which is 9 books. It's my favorite series of all time. I'm not gonna get them out, but they are 100% staying. Okay, so it's now super chaotic in here. There are books everywhere, but we are gonna go over to my recent read shelf and do a little unhaul, where I'm gonna go get some books from there that I don't think I want to keep anymore. A couple of books that I've recently read that I don't think I'm gonna hold on to anymore. So we have E.M. Forster's A Room with a View. This was in my most disappointing reads of 2025 video, and I did say I might try and reread it, but I honestly don't want to give it another try. So he gone. Then we have this copy of the Odyssey of Homer, which is the Iliad and the Odyssey. The only reason I'm getting rid of this one is because in the blue Harvard Classics, I have the same translation, so there's no point in keeping 2 of the same translation. Then we have The Book Thief by Marcus Zazak. This is a very, I don't know, this story was so depressing, but it was like a book that needed to be depressing because it was about a true time period in human history, but I just don't think I'll ever reach for this again. There was just some weird things in this book, like the narration style was interesting, but at times it was really weird, so I don't think I'm going to keep that one. And then we have my other copy of The Secret Garden. I only got this one because it matched my copy of The Little Princess, but there's no point in keeping it. It's got like some ashy stains on the cover, or the pages, and then some stuff on the cover, so no point in keeping it. Okay, this is a long video as it is. I apologize for that, but let's just go through real quick the books that I have unhauled and count them. So we have E.M. Forster's A Room with a View, Emily Dickinson's Selected Poems, The Book of Sheet Music, The Hobbit, Winnie the Pooh, the entire, I'm just going to show them all at once, Bookmobile Cat Murder series by Lori Cass. Well, not the entire one, just the first 7. Book 1 in the Magical Bookshop Mystery Series by Amanda Flower, Mother Goose's Fairy Tales, The Tripod Trilogy by John Christopher, 2 of the Victorian Bookshelf books, Dear Theodora and Priscilla's Promise, Fairy Gardens, this edition of Robin Hood, Pilu of the Woods by Maya K. Nguyen, the first 5 Percy Jackson books, and then this collection of children's stories. My mom actually does want the lamplighter, so they are just going upstairs. Okay, that was chaotic and long, but I did it, and I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I got rid of lots of good books that I know other people will enjoy, and now I have only books that I really love on my shelves, so that's great. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys all so much for the subscribers and the interaction on my videos. It really means so much to me. Once again, I apologize for how long this video is probably going to be, and I love you all so much, and goodbye.